Hello again, and welcome back to Help Me Get a Job. Today, we're going to be learning about building your brand. What is your brand? I can already hear what you're thinking. Come on, man. I just want to get a job. Well, everyone says something worth doing is worth doing right. The same thing applies here. Any job worth getting is worth preparing for. Your brand is who you are and what you want. It is important that people know what you want and what you're looking for. It provides a sense of direction, focus, and determination. When I look at you, do I know what you're looking for? Would I be able to know what you want within the first moments of meeting you or reviewing your profile? This is why your brand is so important. This is why all the companies spend so much money on advertising and marketing. They are creating their brand, and just like these companies, it is important for each person to create their personal brand. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is extremely important for your job search and your brand. LinkedIn has quickly become the first place many job seekers, job posters, recruiters, and hiring managers turn to. Why is that? How is LinkedIn different from all the other social media websites? LinkedIn is a professional social media outlet. It is a place for business professionals, job seekers, and everyone in between to get together, network, and get noticed. Number one rule for LinkedIn? Keep it professional. Please remember, this isn't Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. This is a professional networking website meant for professionalism. Best way to think of LinkedIn is that it is the equivalent to a digital career fair. LinkedIn is also extremely important because it acts as your digital resume. Before the internet craze, your resume was your foot in the door of a company. Without a resume, it was nearly impossible to get an interview. Some things don't change, and your resume is one of them. Nowadays, LinkedIn can serve as your digital resume. Many times, this will be the first thing that a recruiter or employer will see, so it's just as important as your resume, if not more. First impressions are everything. In our busy world, it sometimes seems like there isn't enough time for anything, so it's important to make the first impression count. The best part of LinkedIn is that it's free. It's free and an easy place to get noticed. It's also quite easy to set up as well. Just follow the guide that LinkedIn gives you and be thorough. This will become even more important in my next video. Generate online presence. It's not simply enough to be online. It is important to put in some effort to be noticed. You must give effort in order to get something back. GitHub. GitHub is an excellent place for software engineers. It's a place where engineers can contribute code to others' projects. That's creating an online presence. For others, contributing to an online project. Many times people will post questions, and it's important to being professional, help answer these questions. I've obtained many of my connections by contributing to other people's posts. Again, professional opinion. Following specific companies is important as well. This helps direct your brand towards what interests you most. If my industry relates closely to Microsoft or Google, I suggest following them. As a recruiter or a hiring manager, I'm more inclined to first consider candidates that are following my company above others. As an example, if I created my own symbol, a few days later I see someone wearing my symbol, I'm going to feel more compelled to like that person because of the similarity. Like the old saying goes, birds of the same feather tend to flock together. Volunteering to specific groups. Again, People feel more secure and comfortable in a group. It's called group mentality. If you are volunteering opinions and answers to a specific group, you'll start to get noticed by that group. Lastly, contribute positively to postings. Visibility is everything. The more positively noticed you are, the more of a chance you'll be noticed by the right people with the right jobs. Industry focus. You've put in a lot of work already, contributing to postings and projects and building your brand. It's time to tie it all together. Content should be specific to the industry you wish to join. You don't want to confuse people by being so broad that someone doesn't know what you are looking for. Remember, it's all about being focused and being clear. Hobbies and personal interests are for other social media accounts like Facebook or Twitter. This includes things like religious viewpoints or politics. There is a time and place for these things, and LinkedIn is not one of them. LinkedIn is your digital resume. Your previous experience should reflect the duties of the job that you're applying for. No matter the job, no matter the field, the more knowledgeable you appear to be about the subject, the better. Portfolios. Portfolios are important, especially if applicable to your industry. It's a great way to showcase your work and achievements. Whether it's artwork for graphic design, sketches for fashion, it's important to showcase your talents. Keep a portfolio of your industry-related projects. This doesn't have to be confined to just artwork. It could be other things that you're proud of. A big project, an accomplishment that you've achieved. One thing to remember, do not include anything confidential. There are many things that happen internally within a company that need to stay within that company. A company does not want you revealing their secret sauce. Lastly, portfolios are a great way to show your work instead of explaining your work. Sometimes people enjoy viewing someone else's work and coming to their own conclusions. Focus on a message. How do I want people to view me? This is your chance to build yourself. This is your chance to reinvent yourself. Inventing yourself is the building blocks of a successful self-brand and confidence. If a recruiter or manager views my profile, will they know I'm interested? Will they understand that my brand closely resembles to their company or position? Keep it specific. Keep it focused. Keep it on track to what you want. Recommendations. Recommendations are the pillar to a successful brand. I could stand atop the highest mountain range and yell to the world how great I am and how I'm the best. However, this is actually very counterproductive. Speaking highly about yourself is taboo. People might think you're arrogant or self-centered. This will kill your brand. Instead, it's always best to have others explain why you are the best. Request recommendations from colleagues and managers. These are the people that I want to hear from. These are the people that have worked with you directly, who can vouch for your credibility, who can vouch for your work ethic and attitude. These people finalize the image of your brand. It's always better to hear someone else speak highly of you rather than yourself. Someone with a strong brand doesn't need to talk about their achievements because their recommendations are doing the talking for them. It can feel awkward to ask for recommendations. It can feel awkward and scary to ask for something from someone. But someone that would write a great recommendation for you would most likely feel compelled to write it for you. Most of the time, you've already done a favor for them, and now it's their turn to return the favor. It's quick, it's easy, and it doesn't cost anything, but the return on your investment will carry on throughout your career. Force yourself to ask for recommendations. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's okay, that's life. After a few practice runs, you'll realize it's not as awkward as you originally thought. It's always better to have some recommendations than no recommendations. Recommendations are also like reviews. If you buy something online or review a restaurant, you typically want to read the reviews about it. Did people like it? If everyone loved it, I bet you would too. This brings us to the summary of what we learned today about building our brand. We learned about LinkedIn, generating online presence, industry-specific focus, clear understanding of what you specialize in, portfolios, focusing on a message, and gathering recommendations. Remember, it's never too late to start building your brand. Whether you are starting fresh, you were laid off, or you're already well established, a strong brand will carry with you throughout your entire career. It's time to start investing in yourself. There's no reason not to. It'll help propel you further than you ever previously thought. Please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Every time I release another video, you'll be alerted. There's some really great things coming up that you don't want to miss. Also, if you liked what you learned today, let me know by liking my video. It's always appreciated. Thank you, and together, we'll help you get that job. It's been a pleasure working with you. Until next time.